Welcome to Insights. I'm Eric. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to do a soybean review. Even though we did a grains review yesterday, I'm going to follow it up with the soybeans. Soybeans has been the leader in the grains market, and we're seeing some pretty decisive action. This is the matrix through yesterday, and we can see that the daily trend is extended right here in terms of both price and time. The weekly extended is in terms of price and pushing up in terms of time. Subscribers should know exactly what all this stuff means. If you have any trouble, download your matrix and click these help links. It'll describe everything that's inside the matrix, and we don't have to talk about it here. We can keep this short and focused. Right now, we're seeing soybeans sell off. It's looking like this. This could continue on. Hopefully, the daily trend will flip. I wouldn't try and buy the dip immediately. I'd let this thing play out. We want to follow it by the evolution of the trade. And the evolution of the trade, click this link up here and you can find a detailed description of all of it. I'm sure the subscribers are well aware of what the evolution of the trade is now. We are waiting for a reset here, which be a phase coding R and a yellow highlight, but that's going to take some time. If this thing flips down in a couple days, the average duration for the daily trend to be down is probably around 2 weeks. I'd have to go look it up. And then we're going to need some sort of reset, considering that the weekly trend is also extended. In terms of price, at least, we could challenge the weekly uptrend, so this could go down and down. We don't know that. And we're going to have to watch energy during the corrective phase or the cause building, because that will be important to know if we ever achieve alignment and when we achieve a triple alignment again against the 3 time frames. That'll generate a reset. If the reset comes within a backdrop of bullish energy or a bullish bias, that will favor continuation of the up impulse. The up impulse is the primary trend, or the primary trend impulse has been up for 7 months and 34%. And if we look at the time statistics, it's not super well extended, so there's more room to come. It just needs a breather. So we'll take a look. We'll be patient on this downturn. We don't know whether it's going to infect, how long it's going to take on the daily, whether it's going to infect the weekly. Potentially could infect a lot. There's energy to be released. We've been on the bear side of things for quite some time, and this needs to be up in here. So this takes time from go to here to here. We'll call this a bearish oscillation. Bearish oscillations will cause some sort of correction. If you want to know where that correction would be and where the support zones, subscribers can click in the reversal tab and you can find the soybeans up and you can look for it, and you can follow the weekly reversals and the daily reversals and monthly reversals in soybeans to find out where it's going to gain support. But we're not going to talk about that right now since this one's an open content. I just encouraging patience because this energy build needs to dissipate. So we're going to watch this on Friday. We're going to watch this next week through the rest of the month of March and probably into April. You're just going to have to follow it on your own. You don't need me to update you. Watch it closely. You don't see charts like this. You see it right here, and you can click and recover that chart that I just saw by clicking this link. But we want this number to push up towards 60%. If you want to understand more about DIs, click this link here and click this help video right there, and it will help describe it more in detail. We're going to also watch the Pro Index, which is right here relative to price, and the public index. I'm going to see how this curls down, how the Pro Index behaves. Right now, the Pro Index has been supporting the bulk of the rally, which the Pro Index is not a professional, so to speak. It's the type of participation within the trend. It's just a concept. I know people have been asking, who are the pros? Well, the pros are, it's just how do pros enter the market? How does the public enter the market? And that's what the Pro and Public Index search for. They're just relative trends, and we're looking for professional participation to lead up with higher highs if you're bullish or lower lows if you're bearish. The public usually does it wrong. It's really a play against smart money versus dumb money. But in general, with markets with energy builds is more important than the Pro Index. But you can find the Pro charts here, and you can find a description of how the Pro charts are written here, and you can watch a video if you want to know more about it. But essentially, the soybeans is heading towards what will be a long-awaited corrective phase. Let's watch energy in the coming weeks. You keep an eye on it. If you're a subscriber, keep an eye on it. And make sure that the primary trend is still up. You can't short this in any shape or form because you never short against the primary trend unless you're looking for a death wish, and that's not something I would ever encourage. It could come down, but you never short the primary against a primary uptrend, and you never buy against a primary downtrend. So those are just rules to live by. If you want to see more of why, click this link, and it'll go over the evolution of the trade in detail. So if you have any questions about soybeans setup, other than if you're bullish and you're probably clapping a little bit today, knowing that the process is started, but be patient. This is not something you run into just because you have one down day. Maybe soybeans makes us look bad by saying that, and it turns right back up tomorrow. But in general, the playbook for this stuff is if you're hard up with heavy extension, you're going to have to be hard down with some type of force, because everything kind of moves in proportional force. Heavy force up generally drives force down. So we're going to wait, and it's going to need time. So play it by the book, follow the evolution of the trade. If you have any questions, contact me. I'll put some links below this video. You can follow them back. You can write onto the blog or write comments onto the blog, or an email there, and we can talk about it, or you can write comments underneath this video. Subscribe to the channel if you like, and consider subscribing to the Matrix, because if you want to know whether or not that reset's going to be good, you're going to have to be watching energy. So thanks for watching the video, and enjoy the rest of the trading day.